In the heart of bustling Mumbai lived a couple, Nikhil and Sarah, married for 6 years. From the outside, their relationship seemed perfect. Nikhil was a marketing executive, and Sarah worked as a school counselor. They laughed at parties, smiled in photos, and held hands in public. But the real measure of a relationship isn't what people see. It's what unfolds behind the scenes, when no one else is watching. Nikhil loved Sarah, no doubt, but somewhere between chasing deadlines and juggling routines, respect had quietly faded into the background. Not through arguments or overt fights, but in subtle ways, in casual jokes shared with friends, in passing sarcasm, in the words spoken when Sarah wasn't around. One day, Sarah decided to surprise Nikhil with lunch. As she approached his office, the door was half open. She paused when she heard familiar laughter from inside. Then came Nikhil's voice, casually joking about how he often just nods during conversations at home so that Sarah doesn't go off on a TED Talk. Her heart sank. She stepped away quietly, not wanting to interrupt. But something inside her cracked. That evening, as they sat down for dinner, the silence between them was louder than ever. Nikhil noticed her subdued demeanor and gently asked if everything was all right. Sarah simply replied that she was tired. She didn't confront him. Not yet. But in the weeks that followed, she started noticing things she hadn't before. Comments from friends that referred to her as strict, bossy, or nagging started to stand out. It became clear that these weren't random impressions. These were labels formed by stories Nikhil had allowed, maybe even seeded. She wasn't just hurt. She felt reduced to a joke in her own love story. One evening, they sat together on the balcony as the Mumbai skyline glowed in the distance. Sarah finally broke the silence. She asked Nikhil if he spoke about her behind her back. Caught off guard, he denied it at first. But when she gently pressed further, he admitted that sometimes, among friends, he made small jokes. Harmless, he thought. Sarah then asked him to imagine how he'd feel if she did the same. If she laughed with others about his flaws, mocked his decision-making, or questioned his maturity when he wasn't there. Her words didn't come with anger, but with disappointment. She told him that respect wasn't about public displays of affection or holding hands at parties. It was about how one protected their partner's dignity in spaces where they weren't present. That conversation stayed with Nikhil, longer and deeper than he expected. In the days that followed, Nikhil reflected on everything. He revisited moments, rewound conversations in his head. The jokes that once seemed harmless now felt sharp. He realized how casually he had let others laugh at someone he deeply loved. He made a conscious effort to change. At work, he addressed his colleagues and asked them to refrain from such jokes. He began speaking up for Sarah, not just in her presence, but in her absence too. He praised her intelligence, spoke of how her advice had helped him make key decisions, and acknowledged her emotional strength. Then, one evening, Sarah returned home to find a handwritten letter waiting for her on the dining table. In it, Nikhil had poured his realization. He wrote that love is often loud, shown in gifts, celebrations, and gestures. But respect is quiet. It lives in the words unsaid, the loyalty in private conversations, the jokes not made, and the dignity preserved behind closed doors. He admitted his failure, but promised to keep learning, because she deserved that, not just when the world was watching, but especially when it wasn't. Sarah's eyes welled with tears, not from pain this time, but from the warmth of being seen, valued, and truly respected. Now let's discuss some key word meanings from the story. The first one is banter, meaning light and playful conversation, often involving teasing remarks. The next is sarcasm, meaning the use of irony to mock or convey contempt. Confrontation, meaning a face-to-face meeting or challenge about an issue or disagreement. Bustling, meaning full of activity, energy, and noise, typically describing a busy place. Dignity, meaning the state of being worthy of respect and honor. Subdued demeanor, meaning a quiet, calm, or restrained way of behaving, often due to sadness, reflection, or inner conflict. If this story made you pause, reflect, or feel something, share it with someone who values love and respect. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more soulful stories. Until next time, stay kind, stay grounded, stay respectful.